Cool. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I just got back from Maui. I was on a Pilates vacation, actually. I was studying with my teacher. For many of you who watch my YouTube videos, first of all, thank you so much for doing that. Um, I love making them for you. I started making them like 5 or 6 years ago, and after I've been lucky enough to study with Jay Grimes and who used to study with Joseph Pilates and also with Sandy Shimoda, and I was actually spending the weekend with them in Maui. And one of the things that I'm super excited about is really like what like just what is Pilates and like how does it help us? And I was thinking of you because we were going over some exercises and I was getting more and more connected to my body in a way that I couldn't do 5 years ago, and I was getting really frustrated. And I'm sure for you, there's times where you want to do an exercise that you see on a tutorial here, and you struggle with it, and it's hard. And you keep hearing it's practice, and I will often say to people that I'm coaching, like, it's okay, just keep going. And I promise you that when you keep going, it changes. Like I did exercises this weekend that I couldn't even get into 5 years ago when I was training with him in LA because I just wasn't there yet. And so having a Pilates practice is what gets you to where you want to go in your practice and also in your life. But then how do we have that practice, right? Like how do we make sure that our Pilates practice doesn't become something we keep pushing off to tomorrow and to tomorrow and to tomorrow, right? So I after many years of having OPC turns 3 this month. After many years of doing that, what I've discovered is that you can have all the aspirations to do Pilates in the world. You can have the memberships, you can have all the props, you can have all the toys, you can have all the equipment, and then somehow something gets in the way, right? Someone gets in the way, there's a lot of life happening, and it just gets really, really tricky. So how do we make sure that we do what we say we want to do? Well, the thing is, we can't rely on motivation, right? So motivation is very fickle. It is completely unreliable. You can wake up super motivated in the morning, and then you open up your email and you something else takes over and like removes the ability to have that motivation get you through your practice or through the day to where you get to do your practice. And so in all the studies that I've been doing and studying with behavior sciences from Stanford, what I have discovered is that it is not you that is the problem. Woo! It's not you. It's not you. You're not the reason why you can't make more time for the things you want to do. For example, I was trying to do this exercise and I was like, I just have to make sure that I do this as homework. And then I was like, okay, but I haven't done the homework that Jay gave me 6 years ago. I did it today. But I hadn't. I've been doing my Pilates, but I've been avoiding my homework. Why? Because it's hard to do. So even if I'm motivated, even if I know it's going to help me, it is hard to do. And so in my studies, though, I have been practicing all and implementing this research, and it is actually really easy to do our homework. It is really easy to make time for things when we have the right design model. So too often we are like, okay, I'm gonna do Pilates every single day, right? I'm gonna do it every single day, and then you wake up, you hit snooze, you missed your opportunity to do your Pilates, and what do? Oh God, I'm terrible. I'm the worst. Like we just start like negative self-talk, like just saying all this crappy stuff about ourselves. And the reality is that that is what keeps us from doing what we want to do because it's not fun. So our brain doesn't like it. As soon as we miss something, we badmouth ourselves, we're hard on ourselves, and that is actually the antithesis of creating the habits that you want and being able to do the things you want to do. So if you are wanting to have a Pilates practice that you do 3, 4, 5 times a week, and that it's not last on the list, we have to change your design model. And so how do we do that? Well, actually, my love, I'm going to teach you that next week, next Tuesday to be exact. I'm doing a live webinar on myth busting the things that we are told create habits and actually giving you the designs and tools to create the habits you want to create. I'm really, really excited about this. It's you go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/habits. onlinepilatesclasses.com/habits to sign up. It is completely free. There is a 3-day replay. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Live, I see you. So there is a 3-day replay on it just in case the time zones don't line up. But my mission on this planet is to help you do more Pilates. Like, I really want more bodies doing Pilates. And I know that our videos help you do that. But then making the time to have a consistent practice, it's really, really tricky. It gets really hard to do. Things get in our way. And then again, as I mentioned earlier in this video, we beat ourselves up. We actually don't think that there's a problem with the design. We think there's a problem with us. I don't know. Maybe it's human nature. Maybe it's being raised by boomers. I'm not really sure. Right. But the reality is our perfectionism, our high overachieverism is really a design flaw, not a character flaw, in helping us create the habits we want to create. And I'm going to next week myth bust the things that you're told create habits, and then actually give you the tools to create the habit. So if you are wanting to do, maybe you're watching these videos and you're like, oh, I want to do that exercise every day this week so that I can really get it in my body. Well, then we have to figure out how we put that into your busy day, right? And it is so possible because there's already things that you're doing every single day in your busy day that you don't skip. And so we're going to help you do that. So I want you to go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/habits to get signed up. And let me know that you did. I would love to hear that you're going. We have already over 150 people signed up for this training. The free training will be at 12 p.m. PST, but there will be a 3-day replay on that. Of course, I hope you join me live because it's way more fun to have you in the chat there and everything. So we'll be running it not on YouTube. We'll be running somewhere else so that I can chat with you and I can answer your questions. We're going to go over all the different ways to help you get more Pilates in your body. All right. If that's something you're wanting, go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/habits. Next week, I will be back on here with some more tips and tutorials, but I just want to interrupt because look, I know how much you love Pilates. You wouldn't be watching this if you didn't. We have people from all walks of life who watch these videos and they're studying how do they get more Pilates in their body? How do they get better at it? And that's why I love creating these for you. But I also know that if when in doubt, we leave it out, right? We leave out, like when we're super busy, we leave out the things that make us feel better. And I want to change that. And I know you do too. And that's why I want you at the webinar. So join me at the myth busting webinar, onlinepilatesclasses.com/habits. And I'm going to help you make your Pilates practice habits so much easier to stay committed to. I was in Maui and I was doing Pilates every day. Obviously I was there, but I was also doing other habits that I have. And not because I'm a control freak. I definitely didn't do it in a control freaked way, but I still had my morning walks every day. I still took the vitamins that I want to take. I still was able to do the things without freaking out about it and getting upset at myself because I was on vacation. I was able to incorporate some of those things into a vacation, and then things I couldn't. I came back in this morning. It was like, woke up, walked the dogs, did the things. And why? It's not because I'm perfect. It's not because I'm a superhero or a superwoman. It's because I have a design that works, a system that I use to help me create habits that stick, that make me feel good, that help me do the things I already want to do. And I'm going to help you do that. So just go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/habits to sign up. It's free. Tell your friends about it. Make sure they sign up too. And I will see you at the webinar. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Bye.